Welcome to another hsextra.com high school football video. I'm Joe Serrera, and I am joined today by Grimsley head football coach Darryl Brown, whose Whirlies are going to head over to Pathtown on Friday night to take on Reagan. Darryl, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for having me.
With all that's been going on, postponements, cancellations, you've got to feel somewhat fortunate to have been able to play last Friday and as of now be playing this Friday with all that's going on.
Very much so. We're always thankful for the opportunity to play. We don't take it for granted. Talked a lot about that, especially the last several months, the spring season, and then even obviously the start of this season. So we try to make the most of each and every day and don't take any day for granted.
Well, speaking of not taking any days for granted, it was a good night last night. Adrian Snow, West Forsyth coach who'd been battling COVID, finally got to go home from the hospital. That's just great news for high school football in the Triad with all that he's done. I'm sure you're glad to see that as well.
Yeah, I reached out to Coach Snow a couple of times, and then again today, just telling him I'm glad that he's back and hopefully feeling a lot better. I'm just glad to see that he's home. So it's good to have him back. We definitely need him back around high school football in the area.
Yeah. Your team had some positive news Friday night, 56-0 win over a good Clayton team. What did you learn about your Whirlies in that game?
Well, I mean, I was extremely proud of our effort. I thought we played really hard, and that's something we talk a lot about and preach a lot to our guys, but we were very efficient. Didn't turn the football over, only had one penalty throughout the game. Defensively, with a lot of young guys, we really weren't sure what to expect, and we got a lot of areas that we got to improve on and get better at. But we played with just a relentless pursuit. Guys were flying around, getting to the football. And so the effort was great. And as long as the effort's great and the attitude's right, and we're giving, just maximum effort all the time, then I think we can correct the stuff that we're doing wrong, and we'll continue to do that.
Obviously, one of the bright spots Friday night was Alonzo Barnett, your senior quarterback, 7 touchdown passes in not a full 4 quarters of football, and getting some of your young receivers who are going to be outstanding involved too. How good was he Friday night?
He was really good. But, I mean, Alonzo prepares the way that you're supposed to, and probably a little bit different than really any other high school kid. I was asked earlier kind of what makes him different, and I think that's what it is. Just how he prepares every day through film study. He's constantly watching film over the weekends. He's talking to our offensive coordinator, Coach Tripp. They go back and forth about film on Saturday and Sunday. We also let Alonzo kind of have a say-so in some of the things that we're looking to install during the week in our passing game. And, we just have a lot of trust in him. We believe in him. And so he was really sharp Friday night, but it's because he prepares the way that he does.
Mm-hmm. Who were some of the other guys whose performance stood out to you among the Whirlies on Friday night?
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, I was really pleased with our receiving core, Terrell Anderson and Alex Taylor. 2 sophomores that we believe in and we think are going to have outstanding careers here, but still it's their first varsity football game, so you don't really know what to expect. And I thought those guys played really well, made plays when they had an opportunity to make them. Did a really good job in some of our run game stuff, blocking downfield. I know Alex had a couple really big blocks for us. Mm-hmm. Tyson Casper, of course, in the slot as our slot receiver, is a guy that has been with us for a couple years now, and this will be his 3rd year playing varsity football. So he's very experienced in that slot, finding open holes, and has a great relationship with Alonzo. And so they have a great comfort with one another in the passing game. I thought our offensive line protected really well. We got some young guys there. Don't play any seniors on the offensive line, some sophomores and juniors. And I thought we did a good job in pass protection against the Spellman kid, who's a really good defensive end for Clayton. And then on the defensive side of the ball, obviously Tamori Thompson kind of led us on that side, which we expect, and he's going to have to for a number of weeks. But, he made a lot of plays. He's always showing up in the backfield and getting after it. Thought our secondary did a really good job. We replaced 4 guys there, and Antoine Shaw is the only one that kind of returns with any experience in the secondary, but they did a good job not letting receivers get behind them. And then Jordan Watkins is another guy that we moved down to the outside backer from safety last year, and he was very involved in the run game and the pass game. And we blitzed him a few times, but he's a guy that's always around the ball and just kind of gets after it for us on that side.
Mm-hmm. It was a big weekend for your team too on Saturday. Travis Shaw, your 5-star defensive lineman, announcing his commitment to North Carolina. What did that moment mean to you and to your program?
Well, I was just happy for Travis and his family. We're fortunate to have some good players that have gone on to done good things. Just even last year, guys like Lawson Albright and Caleb Curtin, just to name a few. But Travis, he's special. He's different in a lot of ways. He's got a lot of God-given ability for sure. 6'6", 335 pounds, and he's very athletic. So, he's got a lot of just natural ability. But he's worked really hard to make himself a better player. But like I told people on Saturday, the thing I'm just most pleased with is the kind of leader and teammate that he's become over the last couple of years. And that's evident every day in our locker room and on our practice field. He's right there with the guys. Even right now, when he's battling an injury, he could be distant a little bit, but he's very engaged in what we have going on, very engaged in the preparation, getting ready for a Friday night game. He's like an extra coach for me and our staff, and he does a lot to help and encourage our guys. So just seeing him grow in that aspect has been a thing that I've been most proud of. He's going to be a good player at a lot of places, but to see him develop like that, the maturity level, and become a leader and just be a great team guy when he has all this other stuff going on, that means a lot for our program.
Mm-hmm. You won't have him Friday night when you go over to Reagan in a uniform. I'm sure he'll be there, but what do you see from that Reagan team when you look at them on film? They had a pretty solid victory at North Davidson last Friday night, and obviously they're going to be up for you guys.
Well, we've scrimmaged them the last 3 years. Coach McGee and his staff do a great job. I kind of hated that we got them on the schedule because I always enjoyed that scrimmage so much. I felt like we always got better coming out of that scrimmage each and every preseason. But, they did have a good win against North Davidson. They're very athletic, got a lot of speed at the skill positions. I think their quarterback is a guy that poses a lot of problems. He throws the football really well down the field, very accurate, moves around well with his legs, number one. And then the running backs 2 and 3 are guys that are, they find a crease that can get going. 2, they move him around and put him in the slot. 6 and 8, also very athletic, dynamic guys at the skill positions. So I see a team that can big play you. And if you're not disciplined, or if you kind of miss an assignment or whatever, and lose contain or something of that nature, they can get outside and get going on you in a hurry. So it's going to be critical for us to be very disciplined on defense, make sure we're not letting guys get behind us. And we know where some of those guys are at all times. On the defensive side of the ball, they get after you. They got good size up front. Some of those guys I just mentioned turn around and play in the secondary for them, which will be a good matchup for some of our young receivers, seeing them guys at corner and safety and stuff. So very athletic football team, well-coached football team, and we're going to have our hands full come Friday.
Well, we look forward to seeing how your Whirlies do in that matchup. That's one of the best games, obviously, in the Triad this Friday night, and wish you luck in that game and going forward.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.